If you do not have a set of trim removal tools and are planning on working on your Porsche Macan, you should get yourself a set. Pelican sells them and they are the right tool for the job. We use the Schwaben kit with great success. The rear door panels are held in place by a series of hooks and mounts held to the door, and by two T25 torque screws you will need to access, red arrows. Use a pick and remove the cover behind the door handle indicated by the red arrow. Slide the cover out and use a T25 torque to remove the single screw behind the cover, red arrow. This screw is a fine threaded machine screw. Do not mix it up with the lower screw when reinstalling. Working on the bottom of the panel, gently pry down from the top of the light with your trim removal tool and remove the light. Squeeze in on the tabs on the wiring connection and separate the wiring from the light, red arrows. This image shows how the light hinges down from the lower mounts, blue arrow, and is held in place by spring clips on the top, red arrows. Use a T25 torque and remove the single screw inside the panel, red arrow. You can now try and lift the panel up off the door. Support it from the bottom when lifting. While I have never seen a Porsche Macan door panel that has more than the two screws that we have referenced here, Porsche states that some models will have more. If your door panel does not lift off the door, you may need to remove the trim panel. You use a trim removal tool and gently pry away the panel from the top first. There are a series of hooks on the panel, so once the clips are released, slide the trim panel towards the rear of the door and remove it. Red arrows. On our door, this image shows the T25 you need to remove and indicated by the red arrow. With the trim panel off, you can see the two screws that hold the inner door handle mechanism in place. Yellow arrow. You do not need to remove these. With everything removed, lift the door panel up from the bottom. Lift the panel off the door and separate the electrical connection for the door speaker wire, yellow arrow if so equipped. Then separate the connections from the control module, red arrow. Then you need to remove the Bowden cable from the inner door handle indicated by the blue arrow. The upper connection is a simple press in the tab and slide it out from the connection. The lower control module connection needs to have the red locking tab pulled out and then press down on the tab indicated by the green arrow and separate the connection from the module. Press in on the tabs on the connection, red arrow, and then slide it back in the direction of the blue arrow. Tilt the back of the plastic tab up and slide the cable out from the mount. Turn the Bowden cable and remove the ball end from the handle, yellow arrow. The panel is now free from the door. If you are placing the rear panel interior side down to service the panel, make sure to put something down to protect it first. Installation is the reverse of removal. Torque the T25 screws to 3.5 Newton meters or 2.5 foot-pounds. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out another video in this series.